What's up guys, my name is Nam and I'm a physician assistant. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I chose to go to PA school instead of medical school. It really came down to three main reasons. First being the length of time, second was lateral mobility, and third was the lifestyle differences. So my first reason for choosing PA school over medical school was the length of time. PA school typically is 2 to 3 years after getting your bachelor's degree. The first part of PA school is going to be the didactic portion, which is when you are sitting in the classroom learning all the fundamentals of medicine. The second part of PA school is going to be called the clinical portion, which you go on clinical rotations at different hospitals and different areas of medicine. Medical school, on the other hand, is going to be 4 years in length. The first and second year are going to be the didactic portion in which you're doing the classroom work, and the third and fourth years are going to be the years that you're going to be doing clinical rotations. So doesn't that make medical school only 1 to 2 years longer than PA school? Not necessarily. PA school, when you graduate, you can take your boards, get licensed, and begin working shortly after. Medical school students, however, when they graduate, they got to go through something called a residency. The residency can vary from 3 to 5 years depending on which area of medicine you want to specialize in. For example, an emergency medicine residency would be 3 to 4 years. A residency for general surgery, however, would be 5 years. It really depends what you want to do after you graduate. So after you finish your residency, you become an attending physician and you can choose to get more training, something called a fellowship, which can last 1 to 2 years. So how much does that bring us to in total then? Well, including everything from pre-medical school, which is your undergraduate studies and your bachelor's degrees, that all the way through your fellowship can last roughly maybe 13 years in total, as opposed to the 6 or 7 years for PA school. So why did this matter to me? Well, when I did my research, I just couldn't picture myself being in school or training for that long. I just couldn't see myself waiting that long to kind of get started on my life. So my second main reason for choosing PA school over medical school was lateral mobility. Basically what that means is that I'm able to change specialties as I go along in my career. For medical school, once you finish and you match into residency, that's the area of medicine that you're going to be in for the rest of your career. I really like the idea of being able to change specialties as I go throughout my career. As a doctor, if you begin working in emergency medicine and you work there for 1 or 2 years and you decided it wasn't a good fit for you, you wouldn't really have another option besides to go back to school, complete another residency, or to just suck it up and stick with it. As a PA, on the other hand, you can just go and work in another specialty without having to repeat any kind of schooling or any kind of residency. An added bonus of being able to change specialties as you go along throughout your career is that it kind of helps you avoid getting burned out, so you don't get tired of practicing medicine. I think that was also definitely a huge bonus. My third reason for choosing PA school over medical school was the lifestyle difference. This kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about the length of time. For my own personality, I really like to commit to one thing and finish it all the way through, as opposed to starting multiple projects and not really finishing any of them at all. As a great man once said, never half-ass 2 things, whole-ass 1 thing. This really applies to medical school for me because I would feel compelled to finish medical school all the way through residency, potentially even the fellowship before starting a family. And that really would have been just too late for me personally. Of course, it's not impossible to start a family while doing a residency, but it definitely wouldn't be easy, and I just don't think it would have been the right fit for me. Additionally, of course, depending on what specialty or where you work, PA will typically work 40 to 50 hours a week, whereas a doctor can potentially work 60 to 80 hours a week plus being on call. Of course, as I said before, depending on where you work and what specialty, a PA can also be on call. Personally, I work from 8:30 to 4:30. And when I leave work and I go home, I really like knowing that when I get home, then that time is my own time and I can chill out, relax, without having to worry about being called back into work. Alright guys, so there you guys have it. These are my reasons for choosing to go to PA school over medical school. Remember, this is my opinion, and I don't mean to discourage any aspiring PA students or any aspiring medical students, and I don't mean to downplay the importance of either profession. I have met many PAs who have regretted going to PA school, instead wish that they had gone to medical school. But on the other side of that, I have met doctors who said they wish they knew about PA before having gone to medical school. So it really goes both ways. It really does come down to doing your own research and knowing what you want out of life. Whichever path you choose, make sure it's because you chose it, not because you settled for it. It's going to become your career and what you may be doing for the rest of your life until you retire. Do your research and don't make any rash decisions. Alright, that's it for the video. If you made it this far, please leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Feel free to leave a comment or any questions. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos. See you guys next time.